The other rule that has gotten more publicity because it's a bigger deal and it's the Eagles' catchphrase and it's unstoppable, the quarterback push play, whatever term you want to use to call it, tush push, brotherly shove, whatever. We all know what it is by now. There has been some suggestion that that is on the endangered species list as well. But that might not be the case. Here's Roger Goodell from yesterday talking about the play that the Philadelphia Eagles have perfected over the last 2 seasons.
I haven't taken a position on that one. I think, the last year the committee had a lot of different views on that. The membership did. I want to hear that again this year. I want to hear how people feel about it. A lot of it's I like or I don't like. I think we want to look at, is there enough data to talk about the safety of it? Are there other aspects of it that we need to think about? A lot of coaches talked last year about innovation would come off of that play. I'd like to take a look back at that. Has that really occurred? I think in anything, it's important to hear the different perspectives, let the committee do their work. I'll be able to participate in that, and I'm sure we'll have a position by March.
Yeah, look, here's the bottom line. There is no serious concern regarding increased injuries.
Doesn't seem like it.
Because of this play. And also, Chris, Jerry Jones said this last week because he's in favor of keeping it. You would think of all the owners in the league.
Right, he's got to face it twice a year.
Who faces and competes with the Eagles, and the Eagles are winning these games against all the other teams they play because they've shortened the sticks from 10 yards to 8. You would think the natural inclination for Jerry Jones would be get rid of that play. He explained it last week on 105.3 The Fan in Dallas, and he's right. It's more of a quarterback sneak. It's less of the push from behind that's the issue.
Right.
It's the Eagles benefit from the fact that they have the better get-off. They've got the great, as you've said before, 3 centers, not a center and 2 guards. They've got 3 centers who can just burrow under the defensive line, and you've got a quarterback, much like the way Tom Brady used to do it, who can spot the crack.
Yeah, exactly.
And kind of slip and dart through it.
Right.
And gain the yardage.
Right.
The push doesn't come into play
all
that often.
No.
I mean, think about it. It's more now. There's as I say that.
But even
Dallas
there,
Goedert
that wasn't that drastic. It's not that big of a deal.
But it's a lot. It's a lot of Jalen Hurts shooting through. The push isn't the issue. You take away the guys behind the quarterback, it's still an effective play for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Agreed. I think that the guys behind the quarterback pushing him, they affect very little of these tush pushes. I mean, look at this one. He goes in standing up. I mean, he didn't need to be pushed or anything. He never even fell on the ground. It's because he's got the biggest effing humans in the world in front of him. And yes, they're explosive as hell. He's got a special center, and they got 2 other guys, like you just said and gave me credit for, thank you, that were unbelievable special college centers that they went, wait, you're bigger than Kelsey, and he's still playing, so move to guard. So they have incredible get-off. And then if people saw Jordan Mailata and Lane Johnson, they'd go, oh, my gosh, you're real humans? Like, I didn't even know they made humans that big if they saw them in person. They get involved coming inside there. So, and, I'm with you, Mike. I don't think it's I don't hear my coach friends or anybody like that being like, oh, man, this play, I don't know, the league, this is dangerous, it's not fair. I don't hear any of that right now. I don't. And I don't see the numbers or anything to suggest that it is dangerous to players as we sit here right now. And I know my stance. I'm for keeping it. I don't think you can take it away because one team's dominating, kicking the crap and kicking the shit out of everybody in football doing it. And we go, well, they're too good at it. Let's take it away here. That doesn't seem right to me.
Yeah, Troy Vincent, the Executive VP of Football Operations for the NFL, addressed that yesterday. He said, I think there was a report that either the league office or the commissioner was looking to eliminate this play. That was false. It has evolved, which coaches told us it would. We're seeing passes coming out of formation, people doing things differently than what we've seen a year ago. Everyone doesn't have the Philly success rate, but people are trying it. So talking to the membership, you don't want to punish anyone for doing something well. Amen to that.
Yeah.
And Chris, this is what I have been saying all year. We need a final answer on this. It can't be something that, well, we're going to give it another year. We're going to give it another year, because if this is the law of the land, if this is the way we're going to go, and it's effective, and we know the NFL is a copycat league, it prioritizes differently how you evaluate guys coming into the draft, how you rank what positions are more important, what you're looking for in interior offensive linemen, what you're looking for in a quarterback, what you're looking for in defenders who can potentially disrupt it. If all of a sudden it's gone and you've twisted your roster a certain way to try to shrink the sticks from 10 yards to 8 yards like the Eagles have, that wouldn't be fair. I think they should make a final answer and stick with it. And maybe they will. I have a feeling that they'll keep looking at it, but yeah. I'm hopeful that they'll recognize this is fair game.
Yep.
It's less about the push.
That's right.
The Eagles have discovered something. I mean, that's what's, I think, the most amazing part of all of this. 100+ years into the existence of professional football,
right,
at least the NFL's version of it,
right,
the Eagles have discovered this thing that, now the push part of it was hiding in plain sight for 16 years, but just the idea of maybe we can really perfect the quarterback sneak. Maybe there's a way to weaponize the quarterback sneak, and it's not just that thing we do every once in a while on third or fourth and really short, but we're going to do it more often. We're going to do it on 4th and 2, 3rd and 2 all the time, and they can't stop us. That I think is what's impressive, to find some new wrinkle that you can exploit so well 100+ years into the life cycle of the NFL.
No, it is impressive. It is. And, I think, the physicality of that football team and Nick Sirianni and how he coaches them, right? The fact that, they tried it out, and then they were like, wait, Jalen Hurts, damn, he's got a kind of a natural feel, let alone we know he's strong as hell. And then I think they probably kind of fell into it too and going, wait, we got the biggest damn O-line in like the history of football. Why don't we just do this anytime we get a yard and a half away from the first down, right? And, kudos to them with what they got, recognizing it and then taking advantage of it. I'm all for it. Keep it. All these other teams are trying to do it. They're not having the success rate that Philadelphia Eagles are. There has been other plays off of it, right? We've seen the tight end come and do it instead of the quarterback. We've seen little fakes off of it and then pitch it out to somebody. There has been other wrinkles there, but I don't think it's a safety concern. And the only thing to me that needs to continue to be policed when it comes to that, back to Kadarius Toney, is why that rule is there. Okay, the offense, they already got the advantage in that they know the snap count. You can't let them now have neutral zone infractions to where they can get a jump on the line of scrimmage and they know the snap count. That's where, again, the line of scrimmage, lining up on side became a thing this year, and that to me is the only thing the NFL has to stay on top of, because that's not fair. When they let the Eagles, who were already extremely talented there, now let them have a piece of the ball there that the defensive line is not getting or afforded that luxury, and they know the snap count. The defense is never going to win if they let the offense line up off sides, and that to me is the biggest thing about policing this as we go forward.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.